Testing, 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 testing. Okay. All right. We're getting set up. Let me see. We can. Doors are closed. We can retract the jetway. Okay. Audio settings look right. Jetway is retracted. All right. Good day, everybody. And today we are flying from Houston Intercontinental Airport to Cancun, and it is another real-world flight. And departure time is, let's see, I think it's 5:05 local Houston time, and it's 22:05 UTC time. So we've got about 20 minutes before our pushback, or slightly less than that. And I just wanted to give you a chance to take a look at the plan for today. And this is a real world flight. So there is an aircraft that we are hoping to be flying in parallel with. There's our route. It's about roughly an hour and a half southeast, and we're flying across the Gulf and onto Cancun. So shouldn't be. This is a weather map here, and it's you see most of the weather relative to Houston is to the northeast, and going south is like almost nothing. And let's have a look at the turbulence map. Turbulence map, yeah, again, very little turbulence expected, so it should be fine. Also interesting, the timing of this flight. We won't delay our pushback beyond the actual scheduled time. We should be landing right at sunset, so that'll be interesting. And we probably will need our lights on the ground once we're on the ground. So as far as where we're parked at the airfield, we're in Bay Charlie 35. Yeah, this is probably domestic. We should be off to the north, but this is so much more convenient to get to runway 15 left, which is what we're expecting. So it should be pushing back facing south, and then on Romeo Bravo and probably Whiskey Bravo and Whiskey Whiskey to holding point runway 15 left. Fairly straightforward, and we've got that rock in the middle of the taxiway that we have to maneuver past as well. Okay, well, just in prep, we'll start up our APU. So the aircraft we're in, normally when we're in United, we are flying aircraft registration 27260, But today we are flying 27261, which is the United Together or Being United livery, which is kind of cool. And it's also only one serial number away from our usual aircraft 27260. So if you can see it, I don't know if you can at this resolution, but the aircraft registration appears on the two screens. Okay. So we did use the virtual performance tool to set up our departure. We're going to do a double D rate with an assumed temperature of 36 degrees for a thrust of 83.8, and that should be sufficient to get us off runway 15 left, 12,000 feet long. What I could do is just rerun that calculation, since it's been maybe half an hour since I did it last. Let's pick up new weather data. Actually, there's no change in the weather, so no point. Okay, APU bleeds on. Sorry, APU on the bus, and APU bleeds on. I've set up on Plane Finder an alert for when our aircraft shows up. It's like zero line, United 1020. Hasn't shown up yet. My guess is that it's going to be somewhere along the north. Well, actually, we know it's Charlie 10. Charlie 10 was the parking bay, and then in Cancun, it was aiming for Charlie 34, and I couldn't do Charlie 34. Actually, is it Charlie 34? Let me see. At Cancun, it's no, just simply 34, and in my scenery, there's no 34, or rather, there's no 34 that you can go to, and that's been set up for GSX. So I got the closest thing, which was 33, and I configured that earlier today, and then as well as several other bays that I've configured, but we'll do 33 once we get into Cancun. Not expecting a whole lot of ATC for this flight, and as you can see, nothing active yet, but I bet you Houston comes alive, but it'll be later. And I'm just reminded that we need to run our smart cars, because this is what we need to auto register this flight in our United Virtual account. So we'll skip that and use United Virtual. Flight center. So that's the flight we want to do, and we're going to do it on VATSIM. And we can go ahead and set that up for flying this flight. Alright, flight started successfully. So there we have it, and Next thing is we're gonna launch Discord in case anybody's around to chat with. But really this is about my friends and not general population, but you can comment on the stream. Open file location. And run Discord as administrator. Okay. Alright, we're all set up for that. Set up the aircraft. Zoom levels. Okay. APU is running, and we've got the APU bleed on, so APU gen is generating. So what we can do is we can turn off ground power, and we'll just switch the packs off for now, anticipating a start. And ground actions disconnect air and power. So we've got our ground equipment clear. The real aircraft for the real flight, they're using, as far as I could tell, the Boeing 737-900. And of course we're in Max 8. Okay. So let's get our notebook ready. Date today is the 4th of June. And I just got a minute here to check on the stream. Just need to edit a couple of things. Identifying the from and to. Okay, so that should be good. At least we've labeled it, and we have a stream running. And it looks like it's working. Okay, so we're set up. Back to the map. Okay. Houston Intercontinental traffic. United 1020 out of Bay Charlie 35 will be pushing back facing south shortly. Houston traffic. Oh. Oh. He's apparently already taxiing for departure. Where though? I don't see it. Anyway, so it's time for us to push back if he's already pushing back. Okay, let's put the pumps on in anticipation of startup. Still don't see it.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Roger.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Nose right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Roger. 2203 was our pushback time. And we've got the fuel pumps on. And today we will start engine number 2 first. Motoring 21% N1, N2, sorry. $22, $23, $24, $25, fuel flow on.
Please set parking brakes.
The parking brakes up.
Unlocking gear.
Set red aircraft. There you go.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Okay, engine number 2
Left
started.
is clear. Right is clear.
Engine number 1 start. Motoring 21%. "23, 24, 25, fuel on." He's begun his taxi roll. And he is indeed a 737-900. Registration November 66893. So we can flip back and forth between this and our own diagram here. Okay, 2 good engine starts. Let's get the engines on the bus and get the packs back on auto and switch off the dual bleed, switch off the APU and your damper on. We don't need to put the center tanks on. We'll turn the taxi light on. Seatbelt signs on. Engine start switches to continuous. Probe heat on. Engine anti-ice not needed. Anti-collision light on. Okay, 1 check on the landing altitude. For runway 12 left is 22, which is closest to 0. And our cruise out today is going to be flight level 370. Okay, set flaps to 5. And let's check our controls. Right, left, forward, back, and the rudders. Left, right, center. Okay. 6.8 stabilizer trim, 6.8 set. Fuel flow reset. Okay, folks, we are just about ready. But I'll juice myself up. Okay. Houston traffic, United 1020, out of Bay Charlie 35 will taxi to runway 15 left via Hotel Romeo Bravo, Whiskey Bravo, and Whiskey to holding point, runway 15 left, Houston traffic. Okay, folks. Release parking brakes. Right is clear. Left is clear. There's the rock in the middle of Romeo Bravo. So I'm going to be switching back and forth between our map and the real world aircraft map. Like, I'm sure he's moving towards 15 left as well. Here's the bumpy part. This one takes a turn to the left here, Romeo Bravo. You can see on the real world map the red aircraft towards the upper part of the screen. That's the real United 1020. And then this is us. So they're on the north side of the airfield and we're on the south side. Now they have other traffic to contend with, so we're gonna possibly be able to take off ahead of them. Okay, this is Whiskey Bravo. Let's just double check that. Yeah, this is Whiskey Bravo. He's got another aircraft ahead of him that gets to go first, but he's closer to the departure point than we are. Let's just see how it goes. We're going to Whiskey. Pretty close. This is about as close as I've had a side-by-side flight before. Okay, it's not this turning that we just passed. this one, but I think it's this one. Yeah, that is. Oh, look at that. He's already lined up behind the departing aircraft. Okay, right is clear, left is clear. Houston traffic, United 1020 is lining up runway 15 left.
Approaching 15 left.
Flyer 2, flyer 5.
On runway 15 left.
Okay. Flap set and trim has been set. Okay, before takeoff checklist completed. So we are departing on a flyer 5. Okay. Houston traffic, United 1020 is departing on a flyer 5 departure for Cancun. Okay, pretty straightforward. Throttles up. Forward pressure on the controls. For 40%. Stabilize toga. Takeoff thrust set.
$80 knots.
Release forward pressure. Double D rate with assumed temperature, slight assumed temperature relative to the actual.
V1, rotate.
Okay, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps up. Command mode. Houston traffic, United 1020 is airborne passing 3,200 for 16,000. Houston traffic. On the way, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 160 1 we are really quite close. He's climbing through 3,000, 4,000 feet, and we are at 4,000. Yes, we've got a hold. He's climbing past it. I'm going to assume that he was unrestricted, or now we're climbing. Okay, we will check. Find a good convenient place to check our relative progress. Okay. Cruise volume set. After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are on. Packs are on auto. Landing gear is up and flaps are up. No lights. After takeoff checklist completed. We still have restrictions. Now we're climbing. Let's take a look at our chart. Daylight. Okay, so crossing that river. He's a little bit past us. Just a little bit. If we pass over Seabrook. Pass over Seabrook. That's a good place to go. It's shows Galveston. So let's have a look. Let's see. It's Galveston. Okay, so we'll do a checkpoint at Galveston. Is this shows? Yes, it is. Okay. We'll do a clock when he gets to that point, and then we'll time it until we get there. Just about out of the clouds. Lucky I didn't turn the seatbelt 370.
Whether you're airport, we expect you to please pack your seat, get back and enjoy our flight. And you may turn on your electronic device in just about 10 minutes from now.
Houston traffic, United 1020 is now climbing through 10,000 for flight level 370, final cruise, last call, Houston traffic. Shoals is what he passes in. Shoals. And we will too. You'll be able to see how close we really are to each other. To auto and the passengers walk around. Okay, very good duct pressure, good temp, cabin altitude, 3,000, differential pressure, 4.6, and we got a little bit of a cabin climb indicated, which is correct. He's almost at Galveston and Shoals. And I'm gonna say he's at Shoals. Okay, stop the clock. I'll see when we get to Shoals. There we go. That's very, very close. Limited to standard. We're turning at Shoals now, but it's not yet considered. Okay, there we go. Clock stop. 1 minute 44 seconds behind the real world aircraft. And what we'll do from here to check our relative speed is, we'll just check our speeds after we reach our cruise altitude, which top of line is coming up in about 80 miles. I don't know what his plane cruise is. Probably something similar to ours, at level 370. So kelp, there's a little bit of a dogleg. You might be able to discern that in this path. I did take the flight plan from the real United 1020 flight from FlightAware. I didn't check at the very end for any changes, but let's hope they're doing the same route. Okay, let's do a fuel check for shoals. Fuel check at shoals 13.2. So about 500 pounds more than the plane. It's kind of roughly in the neighborhood of how it goes for us. Alright, that's pretty exciting. I think this is definitely the closest that I've been to a side-by-side. 1 minute 44 seconds behind. So the ground speed for us is 410 right now. And let's see what theirs is. 458 knots. It's making like a bandit. He probably doesn't want to lose the light. So our expected time of arrival is 0011 Zulu. And Cancun is Eastern time. So that is 8:11, and I think sunset is 8:29. So very good. Oh, it could be that he's reached his cruise altitude. No, he's still climbing at 472 knots. Kelp for us is will be there at 22:54. So that's about 19 minutes. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is this speed really ground speed or? Yeah, we're doing a better job of climbing out than he is. He's at 30,000 feet, not even 29.9 now, and we're at 31.7. So maybe he's got a shallower angle and he's going faster. got a slight nick there. I wonder if he cut kelp out. We have an aircraft to our side here. Let's look at that scope. It's probably American Airlines 1507. Who's headed to Cancun? Oh my goodness, we have some competition. Well, let's see what aircraft he is. He is an A319 and he's doing 490 knots. He's a little faster than us, but we haven't reached our cruise out yet. I think we should start speeding up. At 370 as well. We're gonna watch this one. See him. Do 390 actually. Unicom traffic United 1020 currently at flight level 370, now climbing to flight level 390 Unicom traffic.
If there's anything we can do to make your trip more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Now I'd like you to sit back, relax, and
Will
enjoy the flight.
solve the immediate problem of a conflict. Okay, 390 on the VNAV 390, up here 390. Okay, so now we're climbing. He's going to stay below us. Actually look pretty optimal for us. Don't see him. So the real world aircraft just getting to flight level 330 now. Could be that they're settling now. And they're going 467 knots. Okay, now our ground speed is going up 488. Check on American Airlines. They are doing 479. We're going a little bit faster than them. That's going to be an issue. Looks like you might be speeding up. So how far are we from Kelp? 2255. We're about 13 minutes away from Kelp. Okay, about an hour away from our top of descent. Well, we'll deal with this potential conflict as we move forward. Checking for ATC. Nowhere. Thinking possibly we're going to start seeing it in our left hand side of our screen very soon. I think if we jump out of the aircraft, we probably will see it. So, we had been planning 1-2 left, but we could offer to take 1-2 right. American 1507, United 1020 here with you. American 1507, do you copy? United 1020, we're pretty close. I just wanted to check what runway you were expecting in Cancun. So they're parallel runways, and you could take one and I could take the other. Since we're so close together, that might help. He's offline. He's going to have his dinner. Oh. Okay. Okay. Maybe. Do 1-2 right. Yeah, I'm just hearing crackle, no voice. Okay, we'll plan 1-2 right. His speed. It's funny, we're meant to parallel another aircraft. Not American Airlines. His speed is 497 and we're 487, so he's speeding up. So we're gonna change to runway 1-2 right. Approach for that. ILS 3-1. ATC comes up, they're gonna piss on me. Excuse me. They might want me to go on 1-2 left. But let's set this up for 1-2 right. Expected time of arrival now into Cancun is 0012. So it's 1 hour and 20 minutes. Maybe there'll be enough separation. Just leave it. Okay, we're coming up to Cancun. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with 1-2 left because he's cranking it. All right. Up 11.3. 600 pounds in the pocket. So we made the turn at Cancun. Yeah, I think he took a corner out. He took that corner out. He's going straight for Kelly. He wants to be comfortably in before sunset. But I think we're comfortably in. We'll have light for the landing. Okay, I think we're gonna stick with 1-2 left. Let's take it 1-2 left. change this back. Okay, so let's start planning. We're 600 pounds heavier than the plan, so we'll use that as a basis. And let's take a look at our performance tool for landing en route. MMUN Cancun, runway 12 left. And ignore gradient. Let's get the current weather. And then flap config, flaps 30. Landing weight. Okay, landing weight is going to be 140.6, so it'll be 141.2. 141.200. And with an idle reverse, let's calculate. Okay, let's see if the runway graphic has any taxiways identified. Yeah, no. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart for the airport. So that's our landing runway. We really want to make Alpha 3. I would say that's maybe 80% of the runway. So it's 80% of 9186 times 0.8. 7,350. So 7,350. Okay, auto brakes 3. That's what we're gonna do. Auto brakes 3. And we should be able to vacate by Alpha 3. Okay, and let's set it up here. So, landing weight should be 141.2. 41.2. The front's 30. Okay. So next thing, the course for the course is 125. Decision height is 250 feet for the ILS. Set. And looks like 3,000 feet will be our descent. This approach is also 3,000 feet. This approach is turn left and continue climbing on the missed approach to hold the pattern Atmos 3,000 feet. So it's a left-hand turn to Atmos. So parking. Is at parking bay 33, which is right next door to the real world parking spot. Okay, 33, and take a look at where that is. Yeah, it's on the southwest side. So I would say our taxi pattern is vacate at Alpha 3. Then go Delta. Delta. Right onto Charlie, and then right onto Bravo 5, and to the bay. The bay should be a slight turn to the left. Charlie, Bravo 5. Okay. That should be fine. And now the American Airlines aircraft is almost 20 miles ahead of us now. That's just fine. we won't bother taking kinks out of this flight plan. We'll fly the pattern. And once we get to our arrivals, it is Volmar. So let's see, arrivals is Volmar 1 Alpha. And let's check on our legs page. Volmar will be 280 knots and between flight level 200 and 230. Yep, I have that. Then it's Agnix, 280 knots. And then it's EPNOW, 250 knots between 9,000 and 11,000 feet. Yep. And then Adler is a 220 knot, 4,000 feet. Yep. And then Pixie is 4,000 feet. Yep. And then Uniform November 505 is approach for that. 505 mandatory 3,000. Yep. And then 5 Uniform November 528 3,000. Very rigid in terms of the altitudes. Then 529 will also be 3,000. And then 532 is 1,400. Yep. We get to the runway, which we have already plugged in for circles at 4 miles, 10 miles, and 20 miles. So the only adjustment we'll have to make is see if we need to adjust our weights or our approach planning. What's our real world aircraft doing? We've got a nice straight line. Wondering if he's taking the kink out of Kelly. Maybe going straight for Agnix. To have lost the other aircraft. Did he get to more than 40 miles ahead of us? We've lost American Airlines. He's gone offline. Oh, maybe he was worried that we do have Merida Center 128.3. Kelly. We're still 60 miles away from Kelly. Let's see if I can. Yep. So I think the American Airlines aircraft skipped town because ATC was up. So we'll raise the ATC at 20-mile range. So we're going to get some ATC. And time of arrival 0012 Zulu. So it's exactly 1 hour from now. So he covers Cancun. That's nice. Merida Center, good evening. United 1020 with you, inbound Waypoint Kelly, 20 miles, flight level 390. Roger. He's very faint though. Very crackly. Coming into Kelly, and looks like fuel remaining will be about 9.9.
Flight direction
Roger, direct Vomar, United 1020. So Vomar. He took it out for us. Omar, we're expecting 8.1. Somehow I think we're gonna have more fuel than that. Let's see our real world counterpart. Okay, now he's heading back in the right direction. So he's supposed to arrive in 48 minutes, and we are arriving. Let's see, that's 38. a good savings, at least 5 or 10 minutes off our flight time. Honestly, it looks like the real world flight also got that direct.
And Merida Center, straight wing 1611, requesting clearance to Fort Lauderdale, please.
Air wing 1611, cleared to Fort Lauderdale, yes, down. For Victor 106, was open to 7 miles. Climb yes, down, 1 Alpha 425 runway right, walk 4277.
Alright, straight wings 611 cleared to Fort Lauderdale, direct new south, upper big steer 106, runway 12 squawk 4277, and we'll climb via to new south 1 Alpha.
Air wing 1611, feedback is correct, call back version push to start.
Alright, we'll call when push to start, straight wing 1611.
Okay, ILS is set. 125, 125 on the courses. Is this fuel consumption now we're showing Gomar at 8.4. That's going to be less than that. Sorry, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be like 8.6 is my estimate. In which case we'll have to adjust the landing spec. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the local KIAH.
Marina Center, Duración Center, Kilo 623, Wiki.
Chile 623, Merida Center, hello, say your position.
At moment of level 360 and 725 Nautical miles bound India Zulu Tango.
Chile 623, radar contact 73 miles southwest of Ixtepec, correction, southeast of Ixtepec, file for 3601.
Course, but maintain flight level 360, that's 626.
And Merida Center, Sterling 1611, ready for pushback.
Clear wing 1611, clear for push to start, call back right to taxi.
Alright, tail right, ready for taxi. Oh, yeah, Sterling's, sorry, nose right, nose left, tail right.
Merida Center, United 1020 is 17 miles from top of descent.
United 100, roger, when ready, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Okay, when ready, descend and maintain flight level 200, United 1020. Check. There is our real world aircraft. Apparently 34 minutes to go. We have 27 plus 6, 33 minutes to go. Are we really almost at the same spot? I wouldn't be surprised. His speed is 487, we're 498, so we're kind of catching up to it. He's at flight level 350. Okay, we're gonna start our descent now. QNH 29er 468. Okay, good. So descent checklist. Pressurization landing altitude has been set. Recall checked. Auto brake has been set to 3. Landing data, VREF, flaps 30, 144. So for a landing speed of 149. Approach briefing, we've completed it. Descent checklist complete. Let's quickly see what the VREF was that we were given with VPT. It was 6 knots. So looking at 150 knots. But Vomar's coming up, and we're going to reflect more fuel. You know, it's going to be 9 by the time we get there. So 9 is 1.2 more. 1.2 more is going to be 141.8. Well, we've been airborne.
United 1020, descend via Wilmar 1 Alpha arrival to northbound speed, QNH, standard display.
Can you repeat the QNH? Is it 29er81?
Correct, 29er.81.
29er.81, United 1020, and we will be descending on the Vomar 1 Alpha arrival, United 1020.
And United 1020, expect the ILS 3 approach for runway 12 left.
ILS 3 approach for 12 left, United 1020. So we can just descend via the arrival. We're no longer restricted, so we can dial down to 11,000. Omar. It's already at 9.
Central Mayday, radio check.
Loud and clear.
And Merida Center, Spirit Wing 1611, ready taxi.
Spirit Wing 1611, runway 12 right, taxi by Charlie 9, full short 12 right, QNH 29.81.
Taxi via Charlie 9, hold short, runway 12 right at Charlie 9, American, oh sorry, Spirit Wing 1611.
Okay, Omar was fine, which is what we expected. Okay. And we set up for that, not with the VPT, but and we should probably revise that. So let's take a look at this. So now our landing is expected to be 1.2 more. So it's 141.8. 141.8. Let's refresh the weather and calculate. I think we should be fine. This is an idle calculation on VPT, and we always have the option to go to manual brakes. Auto brakes 7,000. Yeah. Auto brakes 7,000, and we needed 7,300. So we're good. Although we have an amber on the auto brakes 3.
And Merida Center, Spirit Wing 1611, runway 12 right, ready for departure.
Spirit Wing 1611, runway 12 right, wind 1503, 11 knots. Clear for takeoff, call when airborne.
12 right, cleared for takeoff, full call to the airport, Spirit Wing 1611.
Centro Mérida, buenas tardes. Volaris 113 está en Cancún solicitando autorización para México con Bravo.
Volaris 113, buenas tardes. Autorizar el aeropuerto de la Ciudad de México vía Primer Tango 78 Medos, Plan. Hacienda vía 2 Alfa, nivel de 13.0. Pista 12 derecha, código transponder 3264.
Autorizado a la Ciudad de México, despegando por la pista 12 derecha, ascendiendo hasta el nivel 380, vía UDGU 2 Bravo, UDGU superior UT78, código 3264, Volaris 113.
Volaris 113 me confirma la salida 2 Alfa.
Disculpe, UDGU 2 Alfa, después UDGU a UT78.
Polaris 113, corazón correcta, ya me listo al arranque remolque, piso número derecho.
Llamaremos para arranque remolque. Gracias.
Rear wing 1611, the altitude leading.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you store any electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate, as the use of such devices could interfere with the electronic landing equipment on board the aircraft. In final preparation for landing, please ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened, your seatbelts are in the upright position, and your tray tables are stowed. Any hand luggage should be underneath the seat in front of you or placed in the overhead locker. As flight attendants
And
will
that
be
Merida
asked
Center,
to
straight wing
one last
1611,
time
airborne
to complete their final
2400.
compliance check and to collect any
Rear
remaining
wing
photographs.
1611, radar contact, turn left direct to Dahl, climb maintain top 370.
Direct new dial, maintain 370, straight wing 1611.
Okay, so I'll intercept. You said 3,000.
And Merida Center, straight wing 1611, pressing for about 7 knots.
Rear wing 1611, that's approved, advise you're back.
Roger.
Alright, we're about to descend into the clouds. FNL was 8.8. Okay, still 1.2 up. At the real world aircraft. He's coming over the, he's hitting the coast now. This is where we are. Oh, he's right in the middle of the bay is where I clicked it, so let's get it right in the middle of the bay for us. Ah, that's pretty close. Remember, we should be parking side by side.
United 1020, cleared for the ILS 3 approach, runway 12 left.
Cleared for the ILS 3 12 left approach, United 1020. That down for the intercept altitude of 3,000 feet. So that's 1 minute and 52 seconds. Okay, collapse one.
Chaplain crew, 30 feet allowing.
Collapse 5 is 250 knots.
Viva 2134 desde el aeropuerto de Guadalajara y en superior Juliet 84, causa plan, haciendo vía 2 alfa, nivel de vuelo 360, pista 12 derecha, código de transponder 32.
Okay, collapse 5. And arm the approach mode.
Negativo, la salida 2 alfa, nivel de vuelo 360 y el código transponder 3205. Viva 2134 es la salida 2 alfa. Viva 2134, colación correcta, ya me listo a la raíz remolque, piso 2 derecha.
the lights on.
United 1020, 15 mile final, radar service terminated, runway 12 right, wind 150 degrees, 11 on, clear to land.
Okay, clear to land, runway 12 left, United 1020, thanks for your help.
Yeah, 1020, we are still going to provide you with taxi instructions over at Cancun.
Okay, roger that, we'll stay tuned. Okay, so get our airport diagram set up here. We can pick our marking spot. Cancun. Okay. Set up. Okay, gear down. Flaps 15.
Centro medida, Volaris 113, listo para arranque y remolque.
Speed check, flaps 15.
Autorizado arranque, remolque, notifica listo a rodar.
Notificamos listo a rodar, Volaris 113.
And flaps 30, we need 175 knots. Flaps 30. And flaps 30, we need 150 knots.
2500.
Okay. Landing checklist. Engine start switches to continuous. Speed brake is armed. Landing gear is down and flaps are set and green light. Landing checklist completed. We want to vacate at Alpha 3. Expect taxi via Delta Charlie Bravo 6 or Bravo 5. Oh, Bravo 5. Okay. Well, promised a sunsetty arrival. What is that? Q&A. 2968. Autopilot disconnect.
Approaching 1, 2,
Get
left.
more speed.
Viva 2134, autorizado de arranque y remolque, nos indique listo rodar.
500.
Check.
Approaching minimums. 400. Minimums.
Landing.
300.
Auto throttle disconnect.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, make a break.
Approaching 3, 0, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it will take the captain a few moments to taxi to the gate, and we ask that you remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened. Until the seatbelt sign has been turned off,
Exit right out
then
the
the
street,
aircraft
taxi
comes
to
to a
terminal
complete
via
stop at the
Delta
gate.
Bravo, have a great
That
night.
will be the only indication that
Roger.
it's safe to get up and move about
Taxi
the cabin.
via Delta
We
Bravo
also ask that you
and
keep the aisle clear of
have a
any
good
hand
night,
luggage.
United
This is the termination of
1020.
our flight, so we ask that you check the seatback pockets and overhead lockers for any articles you may have brought with you. Extra care should be taken when opening overhead lockers, as some items may have shifted during our flight. On behalf of the captain and the crew, we would like to thank you for flying with us and wish you all a pleasant stay. Thank you.
Volaris 115, ¿me confirma que está pidiendo autorización IFR?
Afirmativo, IFR de la Ciudad de México.
Volaris 1115, autorizado al aeropuerto de la Ciudad de México, vía USCUF, Superior Tango 78, Medos, nuestro plan, haciendo vía la salida USCUF 2 Alfa, a nivel de vuelo 360, pista 12 derecha, código transponder 3273.
Wow, this is up a hill.
Recibido autorizado por autorizado Ciudad de México vía UPTUF 2 Bravo, pista 12 izquierda, vía Pertango 78, nivel de vuelo 360, respondemos el 3273, el Volaris 1115.
Volaris 1115, me confirma la salida USCUF 2 Alfa y la pista 12 derecha.
Mandamos plan de vuelo 2 Bravo y 12 derecho. 12 izquierda, si sería efectivo.
Recibido Volaris 115, espera la USCUF 2 Bravo a la 12 derecha, a 12 izquierda. Y Volaris 1115, colación correcta, ya me listo de arranque, el remolque, pista 12 izquierda.
Vuela remolque, Volaris 115.
Maybe you bleed on. Let's just turn in this one. It's a right hand turn. side of the American Airlines aircraft. United together. Pretty good.
Piso 12 derecho, red de Bravo 9, Charlie 9, manténgase en pista con el 29 decimal. Heavy, Merida Center, radar contact, 60 miles to the northeast of Cancun, descend via NOSAT 1 Bravo, arrival 3000 feet, unit 981. Yes sir, it's going to be the NOSAT 1 Bravo. Heavy, just confirm descend via NOSAT 1 Bravo to 3000. Thank you.
Esa remarcación vía Volaris 1.
¿Fue para Volaris 113?
115.
Volaris 1115, autorizado arranque remolque pista 12 izquierda, notifique listo a rodar.
Arranque remolque para pista 12 izquierda, Volaris 115 vuelve.
And powering down at 7. 00.
Centro medio Volaris 113, lista para rodar.
000.
Volaris 113 detrás del Viva, ruede vía Charlie 9, manténgate de pista, QNH 29 decimal 81.
The lapse time was 01.
Después del Viva rodamos Charlie 9 hasta la pista 12 derecha, QNH 2981, Volaris 113.
Alright, we're tuning out. And just before we do that, we'll do the set times. Takeoff was 2217, landing was 0001, and then fuel remaining. Well, we need to get our ground power on. Ground power is on. APU bleed off and APU off. And fuel pumps off. 7,886. Okay. Now we let folks out of their seats and request deboarding.
The boarding requested.
There we are, right next to the American Airlines. Right at sunset. Very cool.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Okay, folks. Well, another completed flight. And let me see, do we have any trace? We don't have a trace of the other aircraft, unfortunately. But here we can check. It arrived. here's the details, and I will just do a screenshot here. For the purposes of comparison, but yeah, so they arrived at the gate at 7:03, and so you gotta add it's Eastern, so 7 would have been 1903. Wait a minute. Eastern time, yeah, 1903 plus 4. So, yeah, they arrived at the gate 5 minutes before we did. So they must have had a speedy taxi. Not sure how they did that. Landing was at 6:58, about 3 minutes before us, and their departure was 4:59, which was about 4 minutes ahead of us. So generally, for between 2 and 5 minutes ahead of us the whole way. Awesome, very good. Did they say what gate? Yeah, they gate 34. So just for grids, I'll show you that. So literally, their gate is this side. So it's that next one to our right is where they are. Awesome. Okay guys, thanks for joining. We'll catch you on the next one.